Good morning. Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing fantastic today. Let's see. I'm trying to share this because I just decided this, figured this out. So we're gonna try to share it and see what happens. Why not, right? Sharing is caring and all that good stuff. Let's see. Let's see if it worked. It said it shared to Facebook. All right. All right. I'm not gonna be upset about that. I feel like I'm discombobulated today. Like I can't get together. Hello. Hello. Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy harvest full moon and all of that good stuff. Yay. Oh boy. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. Yes. I'm just coming over, Amber, for that coffee. I keep seeing the image of it in my head and I'm just like, I need that. So yeah. I wanted to also real quick show you, I got some new crystals. Thank you. It's like a bodysuit thing, but it's really comfy. So I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. I had gotten some crystals from Luna Prosperity, which is Pamela Unicorn's crystal business with her friend. And they went to the Denver show and they got some, they always pick out really, pretty sparkly things, of course. So I have to share them, right? Because that's just how it is. So this is the first one, look. And now with this filter, it's gonna be even better. And yes, I had to do the filter again. It's just what it is, But look at it. And it sparkles even more. Because I had to get the stardust. It needed to happen. And then she got a lot of aura. She likes the aura stuff, so they got a lot of those. But I could not resist. Just couldn't happen. And this was so cute. And I think she even has some of these left. Look, it's a rose quartz ghost. Look how cute he is, right? Like they're all on my desk. I always, it's so bad. I have so many crystals and I just want them all on my desk. Like I want to be able to see all of them all the time. Am I the only one that is like that? Because I'm like telling you, I have like crystals and I'm like, oh, the crystal's upstairs. And then I'm like, I miss it. But then I have to put like work stuff on my desk and I can't fill it with crystals. So that's lame. But this is a fairy quartz. Fairy quartz. It actually looks really cool, but my ring light is not being nice with it. Hi, Imaginary Restaurant. This one has, I have to get some really good, oh, you can see the rainbows a little bit, but it's got a whole bunch of rainbows and like, not tourmaline, oh God. I can't think of the name. I'll remember it. And then I got this one. Look at this baby. This one's really pretty. Look at, see right here. You can see the rainbow. There's a big rainbow. So yeah. I know. You mean I actually have to write? What is that all about? So yeah, so that was a couple of, actually, and I'm going to show you one more. See, I show other people and they don't care, but I know you guys like it. I got this in Salem. It's actually just a selenite astrological chart plate. Like a charging plate. Cool, right? So yeah, anywho, let us do some card pulls here. So today we have the full moon in Pisces, also the harvest moon. So today is a really great day. Again, full moons are great for releasing. So we also want to concentrate on any feelings that are kind of bubbling up in the next couple days, because you have the strength of the moons. Hello, LB711 Planet 9. Oh, I like that. I want to know what planet I'm on. Not this one, that's for sure. Or where I'm from, I should say, because everyone tells me I'm from a different planet. But anyway, the moon, this full moon is really going to illuminate like those feelings that you've kind of pushed down or you don't want to deal with. So, you know, it's illuminating those things. Why is it illuminating those things? Because it's probably time to release them. It's probably time to start kind of pulling them out and just giving them some attention so that you can let them go. Because when you let them go, that leaves more room to bring in the good stuff, right? And it isn't like all of a sudden like, ooh, full moon, I'm going to release all these things and they're going to be gone forever. I wish it worked like that, but unfortunately it does not. But the more you recognize it and give it some space, the less it becomes. And it isn't as jarring, you know, especially if it's a bad memory or something like that. So, you know, think about that, consider it. And, you know, then we're going to roll right into Mabon fall equinox. And that's on Wednesday. So it is a great time to just kind of, you know, be reflective. Like, how did this last year go from the last Mabon? How, you know, what new things have you harvested? What things are you ready to kind of let go of and get rid of? And because it's kind of in that full moon energy still, it's really great. You know, it's just really great to kind of restock, you know, your whole person inside and outside. Like, what can you do? What are things you want to nurture into the dark months and grow? And, you know, what can you do? How do you want your next year to look? And maybe start, you know, planting, you know, thinking about planting some seeds for that when we get into the beginning of the year. So anywho, also tomorrow we have Chris Gerke tomorrow. She owns Dark Moon Salem and she's super, super awesome. And we will be chatting about tarot, about plants, all sorts of things. And that will be 7:30 Eastern time. So that is 4:30. Yes, 4:30. Yeah, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern time. And yeah, I just count on my fingers, okay? I had to do it. It just had to happen. All right. So the decks we're going to use today. So this is actually a deck I'd never seen before. And for me to say that, that's something, because I haven't seen it. I don't know why I haven't seen it. And it is called, I found it in Salem. I was gallivanting around Salem this weekend, or really just Saturday, Sunday. It is Tarot by Caro. And it caught my eye, so I'm like, And the one thing that's really great in Salem is that, yeah, clock maths. It's hard, Amber. It's really hard. One thing I do like about the really, the good stores in Salem that aren't like the touristy ones, like mostly the business, you know, the small business owners, they have the decks out. And so that is really cool because then you can just kind of like check it out and see. So I was in House Witch and I found this one. It totally jumped out at me. So that's the back. That's what the backs look like. This is the box. It didn't really come. It just has a little pamphlet really and just kind of goes through them real quick like what everything is. But I just loved the card backs and it's very, you know, it's very interesting. So, so yeah, we're going to play with those and I actually just opened them. So I'm going to just separate them out a little bit. And then the Oracle deck that we are going to use is the Wild Goddess Oracle by Amy Zerner and Monty Farber. And that one is coming out in mid-October, 15th, I believe. But you can pre-order it. So if you want to do that, then you can, you know, do that at all the places we pre-order and order all the things. So I figured we should go ahead and play with that one today too. I did a full review of it on my Instagram, Stardust Wanderer Tarot. And then, speaking of my Instagram, next week I'm going to reveal another card, and I'm doing it on the, on my birthday, because Monday's my birthday. So I'm going to reveal a card on my birthday because I can. So yeah, so we are actually at 30, I think a smidge over 30 cards. So we're getting there. I'm hoping to be halfway through the deck by the end of the year, which is really super exciting, and which really means that, you know, Jen needs to get on it, take the crystals off her desk and start writing, because I probably should do that. So yes, all right. And these are now probably thrown all over my desk, but now shuffled. So I usually go through the the zodiac, and then pull an oracle card and a tarot card for each one. So here is this one. I usually try to do this beforehand, and it, you know, didn't happen. These are cool too because it has a picture and then it just tells you the meaning on the back, so that makes it easier for me. And I like that, so that's easy. So yeah, so let's go ahead and start at the top. So we have Aries. All right, Aries, what do we have for you this full moon? So this one you can use for weekly guidance, or you can use it also for kind of like your monthly moon guidance, whichever floats your boat. So this one for you guys, we got the Ace of Swords. Ooh, that is nice. I told you, I love the colors in this card, like these cards. Okay, Aries. So what is it that you are going to be starting? Ace is a beginning, and it might be an idea that's brewing, or maybe you haven't even thought of it yet. So keep an eye out. Like, think about, you know, if something keeps repeating for you, and if you are, you know, if there's a couple things that you've always wanted to do and you've kind of like shoved them aside, and all of a sudden you keep seeing like ads for them, or, you know, it's like when you buy when you want to buy a car, and then all of a sudden you see that car absolutely everywhere. Like, I feel like that's what's going to happen with your idea this week or month, depending on how you're going to go with it. So, hey, Saphira. So yeah, Aries, like, it's a great time, you know, release some things tonight and start on something new. So that'll be exciting. So next we have our oracle card. So our oracle card we got is the Dancer. You must feel free to express yourself if you want to live a truly authentic life of quality and meaning. Our soul's dance is unending. So I love that, because that kind of goes along with a new idea and something something that you're going to start. Now just dance into it and just go for it. And, you know, really, you know, if it's something that's really calling you, it's time, Aries. I say go for it. So that brings us to Taurus. And also too, if you want to have me pull a card, just put a question down in the comments and I'll just keep throwing cards everywhere. They're not shiny, but I don't know if it's because they're new, but they're I don't know what is on, like, they're kind of like, they are slippery. I don't know if I have any card powder. Like, these could probably use card. They're like, I don't know, they're glossy, but they're like a little slippery. So watch out with these guys. So that brings us to Taurus for Queen of Pentacles. That is like such a great card for you, Taurus. Like, yep. So this week for you, or month, how are you, how are you making your home or your workspace you? How are you making it cozy? How are you making it so that it's easy for you to work or even just live? Maybe it's time to clear out some spaces. Maybe it's time to decorate for Maybon. Get some autumn decorations out. So this week is really for you to concentrate on that. And that's something, Taurus loves their home. So that is something that is so perfect for you. And it's such a great time for that too, because like I said, we're moving into a new season, and, it's always great at a new season to kind of clear things out and move stuff around, get some space going. So yeah, so there you go. I think that would be really great for you to do. I'm hearing like, it's like a bird outside making like a weird whistling noise. I don't know what kind of bird it is. So let's see what card we have for you, Taurus. Ooh, the Siren. So allowing yourself to be distracted from what you should be doing leads to procrastination, avoidance, and needless problems. Well, fine, Siren. So usually oracle cards are all really nice and happy, but this one's like, yeah, no, don't be distracted. So that, you know, maybe Taurus, make sure you are focused on what you're doing. And maybe as, you know, you are cleaning or moving about your spaces, whether, you know, like I said, work or home, be mindful of what you're doing. Don't just do it mindlessly. Don't just like clean up to clean up. Really like think about what you're doing, you know, and kind of make a almost meditative practice out of it. I think that would be a really good idea too. So that's what you have, Taurus. So next week, we actually have 2 lives next week. We have one on Tuesday and then on Thursday. We have Lisa Robertson. Oh my gosh, she's my friend too, and I can't even say her name. On Tuesday, and then on Thursday, we have Teresa Reed, the tarot lady. I'm so excited. She's so nice. I love her. She's so sweet. And her tarot deck actually, Tarot for Kids, drops today. So that's super exciting. I did pre-order it. I don't have it yet, but it should be coming really soon now because it's released. So you can check that out too. I know you can go on her website. So yeah, fun. And that brings us to Gemini. Yes. We have like a double header next week. I didn't do 2 this week though, because you know what? I have a wedding to go to on Wednesday at 5 o'clock my time, which is Eastern time. So I've never done that before. It's going to be interesting. I'm very curious about how that's all going to go. I'm not curious about Thursday morning. I don't want to know about Thursday morning. Yeah, no, I love that. And you know, it's also really great just for beginners too. And I feel that, like, you know, we label things for kids, but a lot of times they're perfect for beginners, because even with yeah, whatever, boss lady, whatever. The Star Child by Brianna Saucy, again, name butchering. Her book is about just like astrology, like children's astrology and stuff like that. But I think it's a really great book too for, you know, beginners, because it kind of just breaks down each sign and just really kind of gets into it. It's really interesting. I wasn't, you know, at first I'm like, I don't know what this, but it does really give a lot of details and examples, and it actually gives activities for kids to do too. It's a pretty cool book. So let's, you know, I guess my point is, if it says it's for kids, doesn't mean it's just for kids. So you can get it too, especially if you're a beginner. Okay, Gemini. Gemini, we got Justice. Whoa. All right. So Gemini, I feel like this week you are coming up against a situation that you know, really has to do with you. And because we do have that major card, so it is a kind of a big life thing. And you feel that it's not fair. You feel that maybe that something's like amiss. Something's just not right. And, you know, for some reason, like, I feel like it's a situation that you really didn't know about that's coming up. And it is probably, or maybe about you or somewhere tied. So be sure to stand your ground this week and really pay attention. Thank you. Thank you. How are you? Hello. Well, I have my sparkle filter on. So now that they gave me the filters back, I can't not do it. And that's just how it is. It just is. So Gemini, this week, it's all about standing up for yourself. That's what I really kind of feel like. That's just the thing that keeps popping in my head. So let's see what oracle card you got here. Let's see what one of these wild goddesses. All right. Look at the mermaid. So, look below the surface of your emotional reactions to know what is really going on, for things are not always what they seem. So I do love that with that Justice card, like standing up for yourself, but don't, you know, base it off all off emotion. Really pay attention to exactly what's going on. Yes, happy full moon in Pisces, Nicole. You know, really pay attention to your emotions in the situation and try not to get too caught up in them. Like, kind of keep it practical, right? And I think, Gemini, that will really kind of help you get through what's going on. So, hello. Hey, I even know what that says. That's about it. That's about as far. I have to learn Spanish. I downloaded that Duolingo app, but I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. It's just hard sometimes when you have to like speak to it and it doesn't like pick it up right. It makes me nuts when that happens. All right. So then that brings us to our Cancers. All right, Cancers. Let's see. And another thing, thank you. Oh, good. Yes, Nicole, can we? Because I really need to, like, I am like half Puerto Rican and my mother's family all speak, you know, they're from Puerto Rico, obviously, and some live there. They all speak Spanish. Nobody taught me Spanish. And I'm like, what the heck? I feel gypped. So that has kind of been one of those things, like, I need to get that together pronto. All right, so that brings us to Leo. All right, Leos, what do we have? Wow, Leos, we got an Ace of Swords for you. And for you, I really do feel that it's more of like a beginning idea, but it has to do more with a project. Project just keeps coming up for me, like that word just keeps popping up in my head. And I really think that for you, Leos, it's time to focus on that one project. So that is something that's really, really important for you. And try not to get distracted from it. I feel that it's like a newer thing and it's been, you know you have to give it attention. So this is like your card saying like, yes, give it attention. So we got Leos. So what does that mean for you? What does that mean, Amber? What do you have going on? All right. Oh, love, love. Everybody's spreading the love today. Yay. All right, so let's see what oracle card we're getting, Leo. We're getting the Poet. Ooh, look at that. Make your life a work of art and your art a work of life. See the poetry in the mundane and you will be rewarded beyond measure. So that goes like perfectly with it, right, Leo? Like, yeah, it's time. Give that project some attention. That was a good one. All right. Next, we have our Virgos. Awesome. Yay. Yay, yay. Oh, yeah, you're a Leo too, right, Nicole? Yes. All right. That's right. So Amber and Nicole. Got it. So that brings us to Virgo. All right, Virgos. So we are we right? Are we out of, we're like tail end of Virgo season, right, Nicole? Like, are we, oh, a double Leo even, roar. So I know that we are like tail end of Virgo right now. So that, and then we're going to be moving into Libra, which is me. So let's see, Virgos. We have the Six of Pentacles. You know what? I always usually write on my calendar, and this month I didn't, and I'm so freaking lost because I didn't write all my dates on my calendar. So it's so stupid. 2 days. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it was Wednesday. Good, thank you. So Six of Pentacles. Oh, look at that. I like that card. I like how they did that card. Like, look up here. That's a cool one. So, Virgos, it's one of those things like, you know, you have, it's almost this, like, I love this card for you too, because it's like that harvest. Like, you have been nurturing something, you have been, you know, giving it your attention, working on it. So maybe, you know, this is your reminder too that this is, you're almost to the end of that, and to keep going. Like, whatever you're doing, Virgos, keep doing it, because it is working, and you will be able to be successful at the end of whatever your venture is. I love that. Good, good. So that brings us to that oracle card we have. Ooh, we have the Shaman. Work on healing and empowering yourself if you want to be useful to others on their own journey from suffering to healing. So maybe that is even something that has to do with healing. Or maybe your job has to do something, or even your project has to do for something with healing or helping people. So that is something, you know, think about that, you know. Awesome. Love that. All right. Now we get into Libra. And I'm trying to be really careful as I shuffle these. Yeah, I don't know what they're like, super slippery. I don't know what they'd be putting, like what they're on it. Good, good. All right. Then that brings us to Two of Wands. Ooh, look at that with the sparkles. That's really cool. Okay, Libra, you have a choice to make. I feel that there are two ways that you can go in a situation, and it's really time for you to, thank you, Amber. It's really time for you to look at the pros and cons of each and move towards making a decision. The decision might not be today, and that's okay, but it's time to really look at each path, look at each way to go, and start taking some actions, even if they're like mini actions. Like, you don't want to get stuck here. It's time to keep moving. Wands are fire. They're about movement. Hey, Callie. And this is what this card's calling you to do this week. It's time to get things moving. So that is what we got for you, Libra. So let's see what... Which I really don't need my own cards telling me to get moving. I get it. I know this. I know this. So that we got the Guardian. Take time to become aware of and prepared for all contingencies by making your home base secure so you feel safe and protected. All right. So yeah, so Libras, you know, as you are deciding which path you're taking and taking your mini steps towards that path, make sure your base is secure. Make sure that, you know, those I don't even know where that came from. Those couple of things that make you feel safe and secure, you know, maybe you need to step into that space to be able to make those decisions as well. So that's something definitely to consider, Libras. So that brings us to Scorpio. I know Saphira is our Scorpio here. So let's see. Let's see what we got. All right. Ooh, the Ace of Cups. Look at that. Look at the eyes. That's funny with the eyes. Right? Their eyes. Yeah, I think they're eyes, right? It's kind of funny. You know what it makes me think of? This is kind of... you know, on Sesame Street, those like things, I don't remember the name of them. They're like the yarn guys that are like, yup, yup, yup. This is what he made me think of. So yeah, that's Jen's random thought. 5021 of the day. So, you know what, Scorpios, you know, I feel like with this one, it's time to take a look at how you're feeling. You know, it's time to, right? Yes, it does too. It does, like those are the lips. I think so too. So I think, you know, it's time for you just to really, I feel like kind of take stock of your emotions. And how are you presenting? Is it how you want to present? if it's not, what can you do to change it? What steps can you take? What new things can you do? And today, what things can you release, Scorpio, tonight? That, you know, maybe these emotions, it's time to start working on some of them. I feel like that, you know, maybe this full moon might be a powerful one for you. And, you know, because you're so deep and you are so, deep thinking, that sometimes you can get lost in that. And yeah, the Martians, that sometimes that you can get lost in that. And I think this is really good about, focusing on yourself. I feel like this is a really about yourself card, like looking within, and looking into your emotions, you know, and how you're like how you're feeling and how do you want to present? Who do you want to be? And how do you want people to see you? So this is really, I think, about just being interested with yourself even, and just really, you know, giving yourself that space and your emotions that space. So that brings us to our card here. We got the Survivor. Emperor. We have the Survivor. Things might not work out as planned, at least in the short term. Remember all you have endured and how resilient you have proven to be. So I really think, you know, this goes well with this card because it's basically, oh, you have a Scorpio stellium. Wow, I love it. You know, so I really like this though, because give yourself some credit, you know? It's like emotions may come up and how you're feeling, this, that, and the other thing. But regardless of these emotions, regardless of whether they're good, bad, or in between, give yourself some credit in, you know, in this space as well. You know, allow yourself that. You know, just let it happen and be okay with it and know that there's no right or wrong. It just is, right? Our emotions are our emotions, and, you know, we really, you know, it's a practice, but we really can choose what we do with them. So that's that. Scorpio. So that brings us to our Sagittarius friends. All right. Woo. So we had the Chariot, which jumped out. So that was appropriate. So Sagittarius, I feel like I always pull the Chariot for Sagittarius. I feel like I have before. That is so funny. Oh, okay. No, you did say Leo, right. Oh my goodness. I love it though. You're like a fiery stubborn too. So Sagittarius, the Chariot, you know, again, I just feel like a lot of these cards are just really calling to the change of season as well. That, you know, again, we are moving into a new season. So Sagittarius, what are you bringing into this new season? What are you, you know, what big things are you bringing? What other things are you leaving behind? Because we are moving, you're moving forward regardless of anything that's happening. Saphira. Yeah, it's like heavy duty times 2, like Scorpio 4.0. So look at my little cute cat. Snoopy. So yeah, so that is really something to consider this, you know, season. I really think for you, it's more of a season card. Like, what are you bringing forward, but what are you leaving alone? What are you leaving behind? So think about that as you move forward. And, you know, because again, we have the Chariot, we have that major card that also, you know, can be, you know, it's one of those cards I feel like too with the Chariot, like it could be kind of scary in a way because, where did I get them? I got them at Target. Yes, I got them at Target. Yes. I do love them, but they like sweat, you know, because they're not insulated. So that's like the only thing. So then that's, for me, that's like the challenge to like drink my water really fast so it doesn't start leaking all over the place. You know, I have a million kids, so I can make everything into a game. It's totally fine. So that's what I do. But, all right. So Sagittarius, what do we got here for you? We have the Sage. Look at your situation with the mature, experienced viewpoint of a wise person. Examine assumptions and the aging process and mastery. So again, that's a great card to go along with that Chariot, because, you know, it is about you moving forward and leaving things behind, and, you know, a major card. So that may be a major situation or a relationship of some sort that you need to really start kind of unloading. Maybe it's really wearing you down, or it's not healthy. So, you know, you too, I think everybody needs to be doing some releasing this fall. You know, all those Pisces feels are hanging around. So that brings us to, whoops, did you see I did that weird card flip? Capricorn. So Capricorn, we got the sun. I like that sun. So Capricorn, you know, what do you want? Like, I feel for you, it's time to just open everything up and really go for it. And, you know, what are your hopes and dreams? What are things that you have been striving towards or wanting to strive towards? So for you too, maybe it is a change of season thing. You know, what is the sun illuminating in your life that you love? And maybe it's time to give it some attention. Maybe it's time to practice some gratitude as well. You know, with this card, I always feel like it's like, yeah, it's the sun, everything's great, but always practice gratitude, right? Because that lets the universe know that we are open and accepting to new things. And that is something that we always want to be doing. So Capricorn, go for it. Yeah, I know. And you know, like I said, I had never really seen it before. And the eye, I love things, you know, have eyes. The eye on the back. I saw that and I was like, ooh, what's this? And then now I'm just realizing too, actually, that it has the elements. It has the elements. I have the elements on my fingers, but it does have the elements on the corners too. I just noticed that. All right, so Capricorn, what brings this for you here? The Manifester. Monitoring your inner dialogue and using quantum affirmations daily can help you to make real your desired life changes. So that's really cool, because that's exactly that's what I just said, right? Like practicing that gratitude, putting it out in the universe. Thank you for all these great things that I have, and I'm open to new things, right? So here we are, Aquarius. And if you do want a card pulled for you, go ahead and put it in the comments. If you hopped on a little bit late, tomorrow, make sure to join me with the elephant. Join me with Chris Gerke of Dark Moon Salem, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern Time. I'm going to be chatting about, I don't know, all the things, plants and magic, all that stuff. And she also actually contributed to our September issue, and she wrote an article about it was about Halloween and ancestors, I believe. So, all right, Aquarius, we have the 10 of Swords for you. Okay, all right, I will do you right after this one. So 10 of Swords, Aquarius, you are really getting stuck in your own head, and I think releasing is a really great idea for you. Sometimes when we kind of get into the doom spiral, it seems like we're just out of it. We can't get out of it. But remember, you know, just like this card, it has the swords, but they can be taken out. You can move them. Or it may be really too, almost a situation is ending for you. And it's time to stop overthinking it because the situation's done. Stop going back to the past. Stop thinking about things that already happened that you can't change. So I do really think that's what this is about, Aquarius, for you, is get out of the past. This is done. This situation, done. So it's time to move on, because you know, what's ahead of you is a lot better than what you're leaving behind. And then that brings us to the Drama Queen. Some people need a high level of attention to validate their sense of worth. Make sure that you are not that person staging needless plays. I don't know why that's so amusing. You know, that is really, you know, that's interesting. So I guess it's get out of the drama, Aquarius, and just move forward. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm saying about that. All right, so let's get you a card, Nicole, because you can go do your thing. Do your thing. All right. So I pulled, whoa, okay. The Ace of Swords. I got that one again. It's the third time I pulled this today. So Nicole, again, that new idea, that new situation. And I also feel in a way this is about organizing your thoughts, because once you have your thoughts organized, it will help you to move forward, and it will help whatever is supposed to come up first come up. So I would really maybe take some time, and if you're a list person, make some lists or just do some journaling. I recommend doing journal for like 3 pages when you first wake up in the morning, just totally brain dump. And a lot of times it's actually proven that helps you to better organize your day and yourself, and also to focus you a little bit better. So yeah, it was the Leo card. So you're getting it twice. I guess you have a message here. Hello. So yeah, so that's what I have for you, Nicole. All right, so that brings us to Pisces. Yeah. Hint, hint. It's time. But right, you know, for some reason too, the whole journaling thing came to my head. So try it out maybe and see if it helps you, because you know, and it's really just random, whatever randomly comes in your mind, just write, and you don't even read it, just like throw it, you know, throw it out, burn it, do whatever you want with it, and just like kind of release it, because it really will I feel like it will really kind of focus you on what you need to do first. Does that make sense? So, all right, Pisces, in your Piscean full moon here, let's see what we got for you. So this brings us to strength. Oh, I like that. I like, you know. Yes, well, there you go, Nicole. That is your confirmation. So I would definitely do that. No problem. I like how she's holding his tail like this. Like she's like, that's cute. These are cute cards. I do like them. I'm gonna do a walkthrough of them on my channel, I think. So yes, so Pisces, strength. It's time to tap into your strength. It's also time to know that you're strong and give yourself credit for that. And you know, as this is your full moon, so things will be, you know, a little intense for you, or maybe you are feeling fantastic. It all depends on where everything else lands. But I would just really make sure to also, you know, give attention to your strengths that you have and give yourself credit for them. And if you feel like there's something that you want to be a strength, but you know, it's not quite there yet, maybe it's time to give it some attention, and so that you can get it to that point and add it to that strength pile. All right. Because sometimes we just need to give things a little bit of attention, and before you know it, you're like, oh, all right, I'm good at this. It's like me learning Spanish at some point in my life, so that I could actually like go to Puerto Rico and talk to my family. That'd be cool. So let's see what we get for you. We got the Warrior. Know that you have the power to defeat negative thinking. Learn to understand and cope with your greatest enemy, your own fear. So I like that too with the Strength card, because again, it's just tapping into that, like, yeah, I'm strong, I have these strengths, but you know what, there's other things I want to be strong at too, and not be afraid to give them attention and like bring them over, you know. So yeah, so that's what we have. We have gone through our whole zodiac, and if anyone else would like another card, a card before I wrap it up, that'd be fantastic. But also to remember to join me tomorrow, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern with Chris Gerke, Dark Moon Salem. And we're going to be chatting about the things, just all the things. And also happy Mabon or autumn equinox, whatever you celebrate. Make sure you do something, take some time, get outside today or in the next couple weeks. Well, really this week. Yeah, this week. So yeah, and I think that's what we have for today, guys. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you next week. All right, thanks.